Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys with another Why Run podcast live and up on panel, all snuggled up on the couch with this cute little blanket. Is just right.
Boo and his little blanket.
He looks so adorable. Oh my god. So cute. So cute.
No.
hmm I was laughing when he came out of the bedroom all wrapped up. This little blanket.
Yes.
Yes.
If you know anything about me, you know that I get cold. I get hot super fast.
Yeah.
So for me to be cold right now, something has to be off.
Yeah, it's one thing to be cold and then come out wrapped up in a blanket.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Yeah, I was cold a while ago, but now I'm fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
So earlier today, I said that it was Friday. And I was like, what the hell happened to Thursday? Well, we were living Thursday because it wasn't Friday.
Yeah, in a few minutes, like 15 minutes, it'll be Friday.
Yeah, all day I thought it was Friday already. I was like, oh, this week went by fast. And yeah,
Didn't I say somewhere like when it was like around 3 o'clock, I was like, holy shit, I thought it was like 10.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what happens. And then I was telling Rob today, I was like, seems like we've been eating all day.
yeah, today.
And we've been eating like 3 or 4 hours apart. But it just felt like we were eating all day for some reason.
But we only ate 3 times, which normally that's what we eat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Mm-hmm.
dinner.
Dinner.
But
Dinner.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, just all these jump cuts.
Yes, today was a weird day.
You know what? I was thinking when I got to bed, I was like, what did I do today? Like I woke up and I don't recall what time I woke up.
8:34.
8:34. So
Yes.
precise, okay? And and what did I start doing? I don't
Um, you made
remember.
your coffee. Oh no, you didn't. You went in there.
I went into my
Yeah.
office
Oh no,
and
wait, no. We went to get food.
did we?
Yeah.
See, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, okay, we checked the receipt. It was
Yeah.
10, right?
Hmm.
Was I
So
working before then? I don't even see like
no, we
I
were.
think my mornings have just been so repetitive that I don't even recall like what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we were in bed until like 9:15. We were just talking, and
Were
then
we?
I think so. Yeah. Cause I remember waking
Oh,
up.
I brought up the
The
you
what?
you said that well, you wanted to touch bases on this shield, right? Or you didn't say that. We were just talking about it. Like we brought it up this morning or I brought it up this morning about like the um
Ooh, there was an earthquake in Cali today. Right now,
oh no
I
way.
missed it. I didn't see where though. Um. Okay. It's kind of far
You
from us,
guys
I
be
think.
safe, man. Be safe in Cali. Like there's a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah. Lots of shaking and baking.
You know what? I think that's what we're feeling. Like I'm feeling like we're feeling
Okay.
what's happening. Like
All
not
over the
just
world.
yeah,
Yeah.
like literally like it's because again I was listening to a podcast today and it was just like I had those similar thoughts before this person kicked on a podcast, a
Hmm.
live show. And I was like, why like I had those thoughts earlier today.
Does that happen to you often?
Yeah, I just don't say anything because what the fuck am I gonna do?
Me too.
I
But
mean,
see,
you say it though, like you say it because you really hang on to it. For me, I just let it go. Oh, do you hear that?
mhm.
See,
So a few things.
residual.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm telling Rob that there's like noises that go on in my house, and my house is protected, so entities don't come into my house. But there is residual energy that my house has, captured from live events, live moods, feelings, and happenings. That, yeah, like in the middle of the night, you can hear people run around, or not
Yeah.
people, but like,
You hear footsteps and stuff. I heard
yeah,
it, but I thought it was just me.
no,
I was like, why is it that when you go to sleep, I start hearing noises? I
like
start
people
hearing,
talking, people
yeah.
or someone running,
Well, I,
like hurriedly walking in the
yeah.
house. I
When your
hear my
parents,
dog.
when your parents are here, obviously I'm like, oh, it's them.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
them.
It still doesn't scare me. It's just like, what the hell? Like I'm trying to fall asleep and I hear noises, so yeah, it catches my attention. But when the first time that they weren't here, and I heard it, and I was like, oh shit, because it sounded like somebody was talking. And you know how your bedroom is like far away from theirs. It's like on the complete opposite of the house. So when I could hear like kind of talking through walls, I was like, oh shit, what the hell? Who's that? Because they're not here
Yeah,
no more. So yeah, that was the first time that I was like, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe things are just coming to me. But I don't know.
surprise, it's not.
I know.
But what
But
was you saying? I'm sorry.
no, because I feel like I need to recap today the true events. Because I feel like all day today I've been kind of like, wait, did this really happen or not? So
A
when you
lot of
said,
things have been happening today
so when
that,
you said that you were thinking of something and then someone said it, that shit happens to me way too much, which then makes me think that I'm just crazy.
hell no.
I know
How
that
could you
I'm
think that?
predicting stuff. I'm predicting what people are gonna say or do or what a topic is gonna come or whatever, right? But it's almost like imagine living in deja vu all the time, and then you start questioning like, is this deja vu or is this the real live event or is this, it's constantly back and forth. Is have I already lived this or am I living this right now? So it's a little, you start questioning reality, like, is this really what's happening right now? So a lot of times when I'm not talking and you're like, what's wrong, what are you thinking about, I'm legit trying to figure out, am I in reality or am I in a deja vu type thing, or am I predicting something that's gonna happen? Because so this morning when we woke up, and I remember looking at the time, and it was 8:34, and then you woke up maybe like 5 minutes after that, and then we were talking for a little bit.
I don't know if I should timestamp this, but I thought I heard somebody or something.
Oh, okay. Well, what
Okay,
time is it?
well,
It's 11:51, and I think it's like 8 minutes into the show,
okay.
maybe. But um, we said we were hungry, so we got up to go get food. We came back, we ate, and then you went to work, and I went to do stuff. And while I was doing stuff, then that's when I was doing some spiritual work, which pissed me off. And then that's when we started talking about like the shield and the protection and all that stuff. And then I would say like 30 minutes, maybe close to an hour, I saw it.
You saw what?
Like the shield. Remember how I told you I was like, what the fuck?
Oh
Didn't I just
yeah.
talk about this? So,
I was like, fucking idiot.
so I don't know at what time or when it happened for you with that podcaster that you're talking about, but
Yeah, well, I felt that pretty much when we were talking in the living room when I was asking like, is that like is that God-like behavior, or is that what God wants people to be when cuz I was asking about commitment.
mhm.
Like does God want commitment between a man and a woman, But of course the answer is yes. But I was asking for the sake of that person
Mm-hmm.
that I was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and because people, they always say like that they're all about God and stuff like that. So that's where that came from. Like it was just like, just a like I don't know much about like the commandments and things like that. Like I don't really know, but it was just it was coming from that place of just being curious about it, because it's like I knew the answer, but it was just, I don't know, like it just seemed flip. Like it seemed like, okay, is this the way of God now? And I was questioning that.
Mm-hmm.
Like no disrespect, like it was just like, okay, is this considered godlike now? Because when you first wake up and you have a dream about something, and then like that's when those questions kind of come, at least for me, or at least for you, like us.
Mm-hmm.
We question the things that we see sometimes. For me, like I won't really question it, like of course, like I put it aside, and I get to it later. But that's why when things come to me, I don't say anything, because it's like, the fuck am I gonna do about it? It's already past, it's already happening,
Yeah.
and it's almost like normal. The only thing that we could do is have an opinion about it, a perspective, and tell everyone like, hey, beware and don't be this way.
Yeah.
That's why when I was asking, like, is this godlike now? Is this what it's supposed to be now?
Yeah. I don't know. I think everybody has the wrong idea of what God wants. I think even the people that read the Bible and understand it and they can just quote it out of thin air, I think they have it wrong too because,
They don't even follow it, for one.
yeah, a lot of people, they take things that are convenient for them. It's like, oh, okay, so God says that a woman is supposed to obey their husband, but they're leaving out the entire part where it says that you both, like, if your husband follows and believes and is with God as strongly as you are, then yes, you do follow your husband, obey your husband, or whatever it says, but only if they're acting in God's will.
Mm.
It's not like, oh, the Bible says that you're supposed to obey me because I'm your husband. That's not what it's saying. You can't take pieces of it and try and use that against people, and that's what everybody's doing. There's people that read the Bible just so that they can have something over a Christian or over a believer or over anybody that even wants to believe. That's why I was telling you, like, there's a bunch of people that call themselves, saints and gods and disciples and all these things. They put
Soldiers.
all these labels on themselves, but they don't even know what the fuck that means. They don't know what comes with that. You can't say, "Oh, I'm a soldier for God," and then be scared to go to war. And
Mm.
you kind of bow down to your rival or whatever, just because they say something that that makes you feel good or makes you question, like, why am I even fighting? You're fighting for God, right? You think that you're doing the right thing. There's a lot of wars that have gotten started over religious beliefs. A lot of people have died over this stuff. And, like, it's crazy how people just pick and choose what they want to read from the Bible or understand it. But I don't know, when you said if this is what it is now, there's only one time that it has ever changed, and that was before Jesus. Before Jesus came to earth, then people could follow the Bible to a T. When after Jesus, then he was a New Testament. He was a new rule to follow. He was setting the example of what you were supposed to live like, because
Hmm.
obviously before that, um, they had done what we're doing now. They had fallen. They were taking, like, oh, this is what God is saying only if it benefits them. That's how empires got built. That's how, you know, they started following all these kings and rulers and all these things. Like, no, you're supposed to follow God, not a president, not a king or ruler or whatever it is.
Yeah,
But
and then they have the fucking nerve to put in God we trust on money.
right,
So people can be all about the money
yes.
because
So
the
I'm
word God is on it.
yeah, but no, money
Mm.
is not. God does not care about money. It's not what He wants people to give their life for. It's for love. It's for Him. It's for doing good for others, not what's good for you, not what feels right to you. And that's how a lot of prophets and a lot of people that are following to some extent, like I think they do start with, okay, this is the word of God and I'm gonna follow it and I'm gonna preach it, because that's another thing that we are supposed to be doing is preaching. And but when it starts being I this is probably why I tell people not to follow me, because I don't want to be a leader. I just want to tell you stuff and you take it if you want to. If you don't, then fine. It's not gonna harm me. It's not making me better if you believe me or not. It's up to you. I'm not. But and then it gets to people's heads, and then it's like, oh, I do have the abilities and I do have the power to change people's minds, and then it starts becoming a idol thing. Oh,
Mm.
idolize me, follow me, believe me, and I'll tell you what God wants. Like anybody can hear God if they wanted to. Like I'm not trying to tell people like, oh, listen to me because God talks to me directly. He can talk to you, and I'm trying to teach people. This is what the whole list and guide was for people to follow that, so that they can start talking to God directly themselves and start listening to God or Creator, whatever people want to call it. But um, so I guess we're kind of talking about it without really introducing it. But that was what was supposed to be done on. I think it was Monday's show. That was the second part of it. The spiritual part was
Mhm.
where are you? So where we are in our spirituality. That's what I wanted to touch on, and you know, I guess we kind of did already. But these last few days, you and I both together and apart, we've been doing a lot of spiritual work. So I think that that's another reason why our our timelines are off, and we feel like we've been eating a lot. Cause yeah, we're doing spiritual stuff, and like you said before, this is something that I never even thought about before. That when you're doing spiritual work, you do get hungry. You're feeding your people, your ancestors and stuff. That's
Mhm.
when we feed, which that's also on the list, and I think I already put it out there. I'm not sure, but I need to get back on that. I feel like I'm kind of falling off on it because I'm focused on other things. But it is still spiritual stuff, but I feel like I'm just starting all these different projects and I'm not finishing any. So I need to get back to not just the list, but like Monday's show. We didn't touch on that. We ran out of time. And then today when we did that the whole intention was that we were gonna do Wednesday show, which we didn't do on Wednesday,
Mhm.
but we didn't even get to any of it.
Mm. And
So
it's already Friday.
so I do feel like we are getting lost in all the spiritual stuff that we're doing. Well, at least me. I'm not gonna speak for you, but me.
That's rather where I want to be than be running just aimlessly in modern because I've always done that.
I have a question.
What's
Um,
that?
because you have been doing more spiritual stuff these last few days. I'm not saying that you haven't been before, but more these last few days. Do you think that that's why the modern stuff seems to be going smoother? I'm not gonna say easier,
It's
but
really
smoother.
not
You just seem more relaxed.
because I chucked it. That's why.
You should check it
But
more often.
no, I want to like responsibility is still I still need to take care of. And it's almost like I'm relying on this weekend show to see if it would help. So it is like I'm still kind of on edge waiting. until, like my parents come back.
Mhm.
Then it's like, okay, so what are we doing? Like, am I gonna be able to do all of the things that I need to do? Because the way things are right now, I like it. I like being here. I like painting. I like praying. I like how everything's going. But really, like, I'm not taking care of modern responsibility. And that part, like spirituality, it don't stop. It don't stop for you. You got
Mhm.
to keep doing it. So that's why it's like I'm waiting after this weekend, and then I'm waiting for this coming week
Mhm.
with with the project that I'm working on right now. It is hard to navigate when you're late, when you are, again, deadlines and time and things like that. But when it comes to spirituality, I feel like not that I keep up with it, but I think it keeps up with me. That's the thing that I can always depend on with spirituality, is that it keeps up with you.
Mhm.
It don't go away. It don't have a hold on you like modern society does. That's the thing that I like about it. That's why I try so hard to harness it when I'm out doing modern stuff in a modern world. So, yeah, I feel relaxed only because I'm doing that.
Mhm.
But I'm trying not to think about what I should be doing, because again, I'm depending on this weekend to carry me and fix things, because I contributed so much to it. Like what you said was unfair, right?
Mhm.
I'm not going to say it on here, but
Yeah.
like that's kind of like what I'm waiting for.
Mhm.
So, it's almost like I hate to go into like my troubles, because like this modern stuff that I speak about, it isn't important. You guys already know how much I bitch and complain about it. I do bitch and complain. So it's like I'm just repeating myself over and over, and it's no takeaway to the Y run. It's not. But it's almost like I'm trying, like, I want to plan out my week accordingly, like what I need to do, that I know you'll be down for. You'll always support me. But at the same time, it's like I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. I can't think that far yet. Or, and that's the downfall. So where I am spiritually right now, I feel like I'm in a good place, but it's only in spirituality. In the modern, I'm fucking falling apart. I just am. And I feel like that time that I got really, really sick, the last time that you were here,
Mhm.
I feel like I can't even blame it on that anymore. Because yeah, I have too much things going on for at least another week. But I'm excited about it, but it's like, what next after that? So my thing is, okay, go on in a modern life with, along with spirituality, because spirituality, it don't change for you, especially when the abilities that I have is so strong.
Mhm.
And I don't want to let it down. Like, I don't want to put it down, cuz I've already done that for so long. And that literally is my bad, and I don't want to go back to that place. But when you have people in your life that, oh, I support you on that, but I'd rather you do this. See, when you're around that for so long too, you start to let go of of being in there, which is my happy place. You I'm I start easing away from it. And see, that's what I don't want. And people claim that they understand, and like, oh yeah, you can do that, but at the same time this is what they're doing. Like, oh yeah, like you could do that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they slowly start pushing it to you, and it's like, what do you do? But the spiritual part, I have a lot of fucking things to say, let me tell you. You know,
So,
it's where I know I need to be, and those things are gonna be said, and people aren't gonna like it. Like I just, and see, that's another thing that I think that kind of holds me back, because is there things that you want to say before I?
are we still on topic with the where are we
Yes.
spiritually? Okay, no, go ahead.
Where I am right now is I really want to get into disciplining, because that's the ability that I have, that was what was appointed to me, and I'm just fucking ready. And a lot of people, they're not going to like it, and what I was going to say is I think that's the reason why I don't say it. I think that's the reason why I don't go there. Is because I just sound like a fucking crazy person. I just sound like I'm just fucking angry at nothing or like nobody.
Mm,
Especially like when you're not dropping names, or like you're not, like me, I try to pick certain events, certain happenings, something that I've seen, like it is appointed to something. But I think a lot of the times people, they just want to act stupid and act like they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I think because I'm including what people might, what they might be seeing, or what they might be perceiving as they're listening to me talk. So that's why it's like I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Like I'll mention something about it, but I'll just mention it, and okay, like I'll just leave it alone. And see, I'm not, did you want to say something?
yes.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
That's what I was telling you last night. That's what I was saying. Like, if anybody listens to, I think it was Monday's show, we were being very specific. The only thing we left out is the name, but that
Mhm.
person knows who we were talking about, and that's all that matters. I don't need people gossiping and being like, "Oh, who do you think that we're talking about?"
See, like,
That person knows. And I'm sorry, go.
no, 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 go.
So in a way, it is like we're calling it out. We address those
About fucking
issues.
time.
We address those issues that, or those things that I know that she was putting on me. Like, oh, I knew that you were gonna hook up with her. Oh, I knew this and I knew that. You didn't know shit because I didn't know shit, and that's not the
The
reason why it
only
happened.
reason why she predicted that was because she fucking got her ass involved in my shit.
Yeah, but
And I
then
was that person that you start, like, we've noticed each other.
yeah,
I'm not saying that like we were
yeah,
we were um
that was the
confiding in
reason.
each other.
That was
Like
the
we
reason
just,
why.
you were just coming into my shit, and that was for her too close.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know what
That's
I'm
what I was
saying?
gonna
And
say.
that's where she was like,
That's what I was. That's the
like
point that I was
that's
trying to
where
make.
she knew shit was spiraling out of control the moment you started coming into my shit often.
Yeah,
That's why her ass would never go in there.
unless I was in there.
Well, not just that, but she wouldn't stay long.
Yeah,
She would just pop in and be like, probably checking the shit that you're saying, and then like leaving because she can't stand me or whatever. That's what I think.
but back to what was said last night was we were talking direct. That person knows, or she knows, that we were talking to her. That we were, clearing up all these loopholes that she was looking for. Because again, she can't be honest with herself. But is that what you're talking about when you're saying that you're gonna talk directly to the people that you need to talk to?
Yes.
Okay.
See, that's where I am now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, people are looking at me like they're confused, but I'm confused about the people because it's like, if I were to dumb it down, slow it down, be more gentle, and be more like, oh, I'm gonna teach you guys how to, but to them, oh, she needs to tone it down, and then when I tone it down, nobody's there.
Mm,
But when I start being how I was, it's like everybody's like, oh goddamn, like she's just wild, she's just super crazy, but they're just like
mm,
listening. And it's like, I don't even know what the fuck you guys want. But at the same time, it's kind of like you want people around, but you don't want no fake people around.
mm.
So it's like, why the fuck am I even paying attention to these shitheads anyway? About what the fuck that they want? Because I kind of felt like I was losing my shit.
I'm losing my shit. Do you hear a siren?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, I'm like, am I hearing shit? Okay, sorry, go.
But it's I've tried it. Like, I've tried it other people's way. And I think they're just looking at me like I'm just this, you know, um like, how do I see, like, how do I even say this? Like, okay, like, I am a soft person. I am. I'm very sensitive. But for them, it's like, oh, she's a softie. Like, like, she's not all that, blah blah blah. She's all this talk and, whatever. And it's like, well, what part are you getting this from? Because, like, I don't know myself to be that way all the time, especially to shithead people. I'm soft to shithead people. See, that's what I'm saying. Like people pick and choose, and then that's where they place you. And it's
Mm,
like, you're only doing that because you feel comfortable with that part of me that you want to pick and snag at, and you want to place me as that. And it's like, just because I didn't say nothing to you, or just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna just portray me as something that you think that you're better over. And it's like,
that's like someone saying, "Oh, I like it when Audie talks shit, as long as it's not to me."
right.
But it's like, don't worry,
Like, you're
your turn
you're
is
one of the
coming.
main ones I'm talking about.
Your turn is coming. So I do agree with you calling people out. And then again, we don't have to. I want to say names so fucking bad, but
So do I.
it us saying names, like again, the person that we're talking to and about, they know who we're talking to and about. We don't need the other people to be like, oh shit, like we this. Then at that point, it becomes gossip. At that point, it's like, oh, is it true? Like
No,
they
they make it gossip. We're speaking the truth, but all these fucking shitheads say that it's the truth when all it is just like to have something over someone
right.
to talk
That's what
shit.
I'm saying. Like the other people that it's not about them. They just want to know who it is so that they can have something on that person. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
oh
saying.
yeah,
But
for
like
sure.
us talking to directly to the person, like anything that we say, they know it's true,
They already know it.
right?
They already know it. They just want
So
confirmation.
for the people that think that they're getting away with shit, and so I don't know if I know we didn't say it on the show because you and I were talking off air about this, but when people come to us spiritually, what they're doing is they're putting the spotlight on themselves, and now they're doing it in a modern way too because these people are, picture it, you have a radar and these people are putting themselves on your radar, and you're asking why are they doing this, why are they coming to me in the modern way, because they've been coming spiritually.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, when they do that, it's their turn, they're the ones that we need to focus on. And when I say we, it's because like last night when you said, some people are coming through, and I think it was meant for you to do something about it. But I asked you, do you want to take care of it or you want me to? And you told me to do it. And of course, I don't mind doing spiritual stuff with you or for you. I don't mind it. I have the time for it. I have the energy for it. I I have my own um what is it? Issues with these people, but I do feel that it of course is going to be stronger if you deal with it because that connection was there with you. It wasn't there with me.
When I say I want you to deal with it, it's like what I'm telling you to do is I want you to trap them and bring them to me.
Okay.
That's what I mean when I say that.
So I don't remember when I told you what I did, but I don't know if you did anything about it. No.
No, I didn't even know. Because, like I said, the modern stuff is what is where my mind is at until you come to me and you say, like, hey,
Okay.
I know that sounds like an excuse or a delay or
No, I
whatever,
mean
but like,
it's something that you and I didn't talk about. Now that I know, like I'll tell you, I'll be clear about it.
because let me tell you guys something. I'm gonna make this shit fucking clear. Is that I know people say this to have a one up on somebody else, to have a one up on everybody else. But when I fucking tell you guys that this is what it is, and it's the fucking truth, is that I literally have a life. I have things that I am doing for myself. I am doing things for my family. I am taking care of my husband while he's here. I want him to be comfortable. I'm running a whole fucking household by myself with not that much help, honestly. And it is stressful. I have other fucking stresses than these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So you think I'm just, losing sleep over these motherfuckers? No, I'm losing sleep because I have deadlines. Like, I'm losing sleep because I have other responsibilities that I gotta take care of every day. So all these people that may be pressing play and just to spy and get some things up on us, or whatever the fuck, that's really what it is. When we kick on these episodes, yeah, we discuss, we put it out there in hopes that people will understand. You don't have to know these people that we're talking about. Why can't you guys take the knowledge of don't let fuckers ruin your fucking day? You know that all of these things that happen has fucking nothing to do with you. And we just take a portion out of our 3 days to discuss on a live. And
Usually
I'm
we don't. Monday, I
right.
don't. I don't know why Monday turned out that way, but okay. Like I said, if people want the attention and people are calling for the spotlight, then okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I'm not they are the least of my worries. It's just that when they come to me, it's like, okay, I see you that you're there.
Hmm.
Like something's going on. I'm not gonna be losing sleep or wondering and guessing, and then go and stalk their fucking social medias and go back to old text messages and you know unblocking them and blocking them just to see what the fuck they're doing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know who the fuck it was, but like I was telling you, I said I can't imagine fucking just waking up and being like, man, like I just want to cause misery to other people, or I just can't imagine just like waking up and just unfollowing 200 and some people and like only follow one person, and then like block your not block your shit, but like delete your shit, and then fucking come back, refollow fucking everybody one by one, and like unfollow that one person that you followed, and
Mhm.
then changing your fucking bio, acting like you're like just so empowered and like, oh fuck everybody, I'm some fuck them shit, and then like you like just you try to win people over by talking shit, and just and then have the nerve to just fall in love all over again, and then just be like, oh, I'm in a good fucking mood, I'm gonna follow this one person back, and just play music like I'm on some good vibe shit. Like I can't imagine waking up and that being the first fucking thought. The first fucking thought. And let me tell you, the first fucking thought that I have when I wake up in the morning is I want a fucking sausage croissant sandwich from Burger King with fucking hash browns, delicious ass hash browns with a fucking Diet Dr. Pepper. That's my first fucking thought in the morning. See, perspective, a different perspective. Like, what the fuck do you think about when you wake up in the goddamn morning? I can't imagine having that fucking mindset. Don't be like that. Like, don't be that person where you're just like, oh, I want to stick it to somebody today, or I got that motherfucker to deal with. Again, that is predator behavior. Like a fucking pedo, right? His first thought is an underaged person.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna see if I can snag me one today. Who I could get to come to my house, or I could go to their house, or meet them at the mall and buy them toys, candy. If you have that kind of fucking mindset where you wake up and you're just like, man, I want to get that person. I want revenge. They're gonna respect me, and I'm gonna get everyone on my side. The fuck is wrong with you? Something is wrong with you. Any fucking psychiatrist will fucking tell you that. Any police officer, anyone from the law would tell you that. But look at all these people running loose. Running loose. Like that should tell you people out there that something is wrong. You're placing yourself in a wrong fucking environment. You are in the wrong fucking community. Get the fuck your ass out of there. What the fuck are you still doing there? Oh, jeez, man. See, this is the shit I want to talk about. And I've been keeping my mouth shut for a while now because no one is saying it. Everyone's still running around, lipping off, mouthing off, talking out the side of their necks. And people are like, oh yeah, 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 we're with you. You're my best friend. I got your back. You my peoples. The fuck's wrong with you, and you. All like we're watching this shit multiply, babe. And I don't know why we get so surprised. And I guess it's because we're too busy living our lives happily, right? With each other, the things that we're doing together, the things that we're doing in modern and spiritual. We're with our families. We're writing, we're doing art, we're talking, we're laughing, we're eating, we're enjoying. Like we're doing all of these things. We're in our happy place in La La Land. And when we flip shit on and we're just like, what? It's totally flipped from how we live our lives. And that's just some fucking sad shit to see. But let me tell you, that shit makes me happy because they are shit people.
Mm.
And they're the ones that are causing their own fucking misery. It's not us. We've been out of there a long time ago. But there are people still fucking spying at us, trying to fucking hack our shit, trying to fucking report us. And thank you for the views, though. Okay, you go on, baby, before we run out of time because of my talking ass.
I don't think we're on a time limit right now
Okay.
because I don't have to go pray. I already did all that, so um, I know the first part of this episode because all of that was from what was supposed to be said on Monday, but on this episode, the both and not either or. So I'm not clear on what that means, and I don't even know why I brought it up as a topic, but
Or why you even wrote it.
yeah, I don't know. Like again, this came to me like months ago, and I should have talked about it when it first came to me, but I didn't. I got sidetracked. Where are you going?
I'm gonna get lotion.
She's just walking away from me, not even paying attention.
I walk away
She don't listen.
swinging my
This
tail.
distracted me with her walk and stuff.
What?
What?
With my ear cheese?
No, I said distracted me with your walk.
You like how I threw them hips?
You didn't even check your Twitter, did you? I sent you
Oh my
something.
gosh.
But anyway, so
Would you like something to drink, baby?
no, thank you. I guess what I mean when I say both and not either or is one of the examples that came to my mind was imagine yourself inside of like this dark cave and you're looking for a way out and then you see this little tiny hole of light coming through and you start walking towards that light and that's the you come to find out that that's the only way out. But as you're approaching this little glimpse of light, you start hearing like this terrifying growl coming from the same direction, the same place where that the freedom is, the same place where you're gonna be free to leave this cave, this darkness, this hole that you're in. It's the same place that you gotta go through the fear. It's the same thing that's stopping you. It's the same thing that's getting in your way. And there is no other way. There is no either. Okay, the only either or in that situation is either you go to the danger towards your freedom, or you turn back around and you stay stuck in this cave. But the both and comes from the same place where that light is coming through. That's the exit, and that's also where the fear is. That's also what's causing you the fear is. So putting it into like a modern situation is when we lose a loved one and we're grieving, the same place where you find those sad memories, or like some people are scared to think of their loved ones in a good way because it's also a reminder that they're no longer there. But it's in the same spot, it's in the same place. It's both. You can have happiness and you can have sadness in one single event, which is missing that person. So there's a lot of examples of the both and that we can apply to it, but we I think we've been trained to think that it's either or. You either continue this path or you don't, you give up. But sometimes it's the same thing. Like I said, spirituality is not, like I said, rainbows and fucking unicorns all the time. The same place where you find God's beauty is also like God's creation is people. People are shit sometimes, but those same people can be good. There is good in those bad people. I think they smother themselves in shit so much and so often that they lose track. of who they actually are or who they were meant to be. So I don't really have, like I said, much on the both and examples, but other than I think the same place where the fear is at, that's where freedom is at. And I think we should all strive for that because, again, like, I don't know, I keep thinking that people think spirituality is religion. It's not. So, whatever that means to you or whoever comes to you, whether it's creator or a lot of people relate that to energy and, the universe and all that, but he's all of those things. He is all those things and he does want to be with you. He does want you to come to him. And I don't know if you want to touch on that part because it's a little confusing. It's confusing for me too. Like I said, this came to me like a month ago and I didn't write it down. I didn't talk about it. I didn't really do research on it. So I kind of lost my train of thought or what I was thinking about at the moment. So I don't know if you want to touch on that before we move on to the other part.
Spirituality is not a religious thing. Spirituality does not belong to any religion. So they are not the same thing. Spirituality that isn't owned or navigated or controlled by a religion, by man. And if any man or religion try to claim that, they're already breaking spiritual law by trying to harness it and control and be like, oh yeah, this is the same thing. No, the fuck it's not.
No.
So that's that. um I always tell people, you know what, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Just don't elongate the tunnel. Like, you talk about fear, like you are elongating the tunnel. You are causing the fear. You are in control. Don't lose sight. Don't lose the reason of why you're doing it. Have a cause. Have a cause to do it. Because if you don't have that, then it's like, okay, then why are you putting yourself at a tunnel that you don't even have to go through? You have to give yourself a good fucking reason to do it. To, like, okay, why are you there? Do you have, like, what if you can't? When if you can't do it, then what? Like, what's gonna happen if you do have it? What's gonna happen when you do get there? Then what? Like, I think people, they really don't think of everything thoroughly, and that's probably because you and I we're very deep thinkers. We are very detailed. you know I break things down to nuts and bolts. You're just like, you just put it out there and I'm looking at you like, huh? Because for me, I'm thinking of like 10 other fucking things that you just said to me when really you said one thing. But see, I break it down into 10. And it's like, well, what do you mean? But I think people, I think that was taught. You want to unlearn those habits. You want to unlearn that particular way of thinking, because it is particular. Like, everybody wants the formula, but they just want it handed it to them. Like, they just, like, oh yeah, there's a formula, there's a way, and like, give it to me. And it's like, well, then you gotta fucking show that you're worthy of such formula, or else you're gonna misuse it. You're not gonna understand it once you do it. That's why, sometimes, like, when I tell you stuff, I'm just like, you're just gonna have to figure it out, like, because the way that I perceive it is completely like not how you perceive it. Because for me, I just take it like, oh. oh, like, oh shit,
I don't think
like,
people can
oh,
see what you're
I'm
doing.
not. Like, I'm doing this all the time. Like, I'm not gonna let that fucking bother me. See, like, I'm not gonna worry about other people's things. I'm gonna worry about my shit. And that shows every morning when I'm fucking barfing in the bathroom. Like I pick. Let's just say I pick my ills. No one's gonna make me feel sick. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So I don't know. Like, you don't put yourself in a place. Don't feel like you have to like do it if you really don't have to. Because it is all about you. You're the one in control. And when you talked about grieving, it's almost like either you're sad or you're not. Like, it's almost, and I think I or said this on one of my casts. I think it was when your neighbor passed away. But if you guys ever watch Little House on the Prairie, this woman, she had an illness, she was gonna die, and she had 3 kids, and she told them that she was dying. And then the oldest one, he's like a teenager, he started crying, and he was like, "Oh my god, ma." And then she was like, "Don't you say like God in that sentence?"
mm-hmm.
And she said, don't cry for someone that's going to heaven. It's almost like, be happy that they're going to heaven.
No,
And not only that, like, I'm always telling people, like, remember them how they were. Like, sometimes people, like, they don't want to visit someone in a hospital because they're gonna freak out that they look so different. Like, they don't look like themselves, they look sick, and just knowing that they're gonna die, that's your last conversation, the last time you're gonna see them. But it's kind of like, you're being selfish right there. That you're being selfish. You need to think about that they want to see you. And when they pass away, yeah, you can be sad, but then it's like, you want to remember them, how they used to be, like when they were well, happy and healthy, the conversations. And you gotta be strong enough to just let them go, because if you don't let them go, you keep them here. And people wonder why there's haunted houses, or like they see them on the bus or something.
no.
And it's like, you didn't let them go. I don't even know if I should say the Jesus thing, because people are going to be like, "Oh, you're fucked up." I'll just say it anyway. I told Rob that I have seen Jesus walking around, right? And I know it's because a lot of people around the world, many different regions, countries, languages, beliefs, anybody that knows his name, knows his story. Every time, "Oh, Jesus Christ, you all are keeping him here. He is not at rest." And you guys can take it for what it is, to make you guys happy and not lash out at me. Fine, I'll say it. It's just my opinion. But let me tell you, Jesus does not look happy walking around here. A lot of people are praying to him, talking to him, saying his name, like, "Oh fuck, Jesus Christ." Like, they're misusing his name, like things like that, right?
No,
People are keeping him here. He's supposed to be home with his father, with God. Jesus was a healer. Jesus, I'm not gonna put, myself or, Rob alongside Jesus, but we are all healers. We all have abilities. we are, yeah, we're just in the same bracket. But when you mourn someone for so long, you are keeping them from crossing over. You are keeping them here from going to heaven, going to where they need to go, where they're needed, to go to their new life. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to disagree, and that's fine. I could be wrong. Yes, babe.
So how do people navigate then when they're praying and at the end of the prayer it says, "In Jesus' name we pray"? Is that the same thing as, obviously to me it's not, as someone saying, "Oh, Jesus Christ," and like, bitching about whatever they're bitching about. It's not the same thing as praying in Jesus' name. So in a prayer, we do say his name because we're closing the prayer off with the whole point of Jesus coming back and giving his blood and his body and his soul for us was so that we could be redeemed by his blood, right? So when we're praying and we're closing off the prayer and we say, "In Jesus' name we pray," obviously we're not using his name in vain because we are using his name to close off the prayer.
Mm-hmm.
But when people are saying like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, didn't I tell you this and that?" Like they start bitching about other stuff, then they're using his name in vain. Or when
Mm-hmm.
they're saying they're starting wars and they're killing people in Jesus' name, obviously that's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the same thing. That saying a prayer and closing it off with "in Jesus' name" is not the same thing as keeping Jesus here, right?
Are you asking?
Yeah.
um I would like to know how far back that saying goes, only because I believe that was said because he was actually here. Does that make sense? Like he was actually walking this earth. Like he
Hmm.
was actually someone that people actually interacted with. Like they
Yeah.
actually witnessed his death and torture and all of these things.
Yeah.
So I think it's more like people mourning someone in a prayer. And when you say closing off a prayer, I think it was more like I don't think it was supposed to go this far, to put it into like a book or whatever. I think it was more like if you watch somebody like get hit by a car, or whatever, long time ago when something happened, it was almost like you run to that person and you help them, and then you pray over them, and then you say their name after the prayer. I think that's why I think the prayer kind of didn't, like, it wasn't supposed to go that way. Because when you pray over someone, you're supposed to say their name. Does this make sense?
Sort of.
So I think that's what it is. Again, I could be wrong, but when you run to someone and when you help them, whether they're sick or they're hurt or they're dying or their last breath or whatever, you say a prayer that of course belongs to your region for whatever is happening, whatever prayer is meant for that specific thing. And then when you close out the prayer, because you're sending those prayers to the gods or to the heavens, right?
Hmm.
So when you're praying or when you're blessing this person, you're supposed to say their name. That way up there, whatever higher being, higher power knows that that prayer is for that person. So that's why I think that when people were saying the prayer, like all that time that he was hanging on that cross, they've been praying, singing, talking, things like that. It was all for him, so they would say his name.
Hmm.
Like like take care of
Yeah.
Jesus. And then I think that just became a prayer. Like, and it just, look at how far it went. It went all over the world. So and I don't want to switch up anyone's prayers or anything, but that's how we believe that when something happens to someone, you say their name at the end because it's for that person.
Yeah.
But again, I could be wrong, but when I see Jesus walking around, he's tired. He wants to go home, and look at the whole world is keeping him here. And if people want to say I'm delusional, okay, I'll be delusional, but we're all going to know the truth when we go. Even if my delusion is hallucination or whatever, then yeah, I'll deal with that. I'll pay with that. I'll pay for that. So I just I don't think I don't yeah, I don't feel like I'm wrong when you see certain things, especially like happenings, things that aren't supposed to be happening, or when you see things that people talk about. Like, okay, if other people are talking about it, then I can't be wrong because I seen the same exact thing. And I have belief and faith in myself that I'm actually seeing something that's accurate. But do I say anything all the time? No, because people are so quick to fucking smack down on you. And it's just like, well, why can't you guys just listen and just take it for what it is and just have knowledge of it? Just be aware of it. I'm not telling or forcing you or threatening you to do something about it. It's just take that with you, because when something comes across your path, then you could be like, oh shit, Adi said something about this.
Is there a difference, like for instance, if we're talking about a person, not Jesus, but a person, say my neighbor, for example, we're not constantly talking about him and like, oh, we're so sad that he's gone, or that was such a shitty way to go. Like, we're not doing that, but we're talking about the good times and like he was a good person and he was, oh, you remember when he did this for us, or remember when we went to the, whatever, the beach or whatever. When we're talking about happy times or happy thoughts, is that the same thing? Is that also keeping them here?
No.
So when people are talking about Jesus and they're praying and they're saying like, I want to live the way Jesus wanted me to, and that's why I invoke his name and that's why I say his name. I think I just said the same thing. Anyways, but is that the same thing as somebody using his name to benefit themselves or to like holier than thou themselves? It's not the same. It shouldn't be the same thing. It should be like, that's what's keeping them here, is people using his name in vain.
Yes.
So that takes us into the second part of this episode, the fuck around, find out, or found out, because when I wrote this, I thought about this in past tense because we're seeing it happen. You and I are seeing it happen. These same people that are, preaching and they're talking about, Jesus, and they're talking about, the Bible and all these things, they're not living it. So to me, that to
Hold
me
on,
is
excuse me.
exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Like, how the fuck are you gonna
Y'all
do
hear that?
how are you gonna do a show talking about religion and talking about Jesus and talking about God and the spirituality and all these things, and you're fucking actively doing drugs on the show, or you're talking shit about people, or like
You're fake crying.
you're fake crying, you're putting on a show, and I just that's what pisses me off. People that are just using God's name or Jesus's name to get followers, to get likes, to get people to be like, "Oh, you're so much better than other people," and you're like praising these fucking people, but they want to ignore the shit that's right in their face. Okay, cool, whatever. You want to make a mockery out of God, that's on you, because You're gonna see it, and you're already seeing it. You just don't really want to talk about it because then people are gonna know that you're a fraud. Because people are supposed to know you and know your character based on the fruits that you have. So if you live a shitty life and you're talking about God, obviously God is not blessing you, right? And with blessings, I don't mean materialistic stuff. I don't mean you have a mansion and you have the latest fucking car. I'm not talking about those type of blessings. I'm talking about things that you can see. You can see people's aura. You can see people's light. You can feel people's energy. Somebody can walk in the room and you know that they're a good person. That's the fruits that I'm talking about. That's the fruits that I'm talking about. People can judge you by, not what you're saying. You can fucking sit there and preach all day and shit, but if your actions are not matching your energy, then I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm not gonna focus on what you're saying. I'm just gonna. I don't even know why the fuck I'm wasting my time, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. Is I'm battling myself because I know my purpose. I know that I'm supposed to be doing something about this. At the same time, I'm like, I ain't shit. I don't. I know I have the ability to do it, and I know it's part of my job to do it, but for what? And again, I shouldn't be asking spirituality or God why. I should just be doing what they're asking me to do, right? So that's what I'm battling with. Like it, like again, like I said, it is a hard thing to do because I was gonna say something controversial, but
Mm.
I constantly say, or I don't think I've said it on the show before, but I would not kill for anyone. Even though before I would say that all the time, oh, if anybody hurts anyone in my family, I would kill them. But when I really sat down and talked about it with myself, because I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I talked to myself about it, and God, of course, doesn't want me to kill people. Why the fuck am I even talking about this right now? Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts.
Mm.
Okay, if God was to tell me, I need you to bring this person to me, I would do it. He's the only person, only energy that I would do that for.
That's our job anyway.
That is my job. And I don't think, maybe I don't want to say that I know better than God, but in this case, I feel like
We're witnessing what
yeah,
they're doing in real time, and it's like,
it's
yo,
fucked
God,
up.
are you watching this? You see this, God?
So it's almost a little bit of,
You don't want to
I'm
miss this,
frustrated.
God.
I'm frustrated because I'm like, I don't understand why you want me to cleanse these people instead of kill these people. Shit, I just got us
Well,
canceled. Unalive.
you what? Oh,
Like, I don't know. It's just
well, I can make them cancel for real. But no, like, okay, so it is what I just said. Like working for Creator, Masao, God, we are witnessing what is happening, right? We may not be able to, whether it's our choice or their choice not to fuck with us, not to listen to us. It We are supposed to store their energy so that it could be pretty much analyzed by higher beings, right? But what we're seeing, what we're witnessing, what we're harnessing, what we're taking, and what we're putting away, we're supposed to alert other people from not following these people, not to pick up their habits, their attitudes. Because me, I'm not going to waste my time fixing a shit person. I don't have to because they already signed their lives away. But what they're doing is, man, it's sin after sin after sin after sin. And they don't feel, they're not apologetic about it. They're not praying about it. They're just, talking about just some vile shit every fucking day, going after somebody, not showing love, not just taking someone's love and just throwing it right back in their face. See, like they do this shit every fucking day. Okay, we see this shit, right? We're documenting this. We're just like, hey, Masao, this is this person. This person. Everything that they're doing. So what our jobs are, what for? Why this? Why that? Right? We're supposed to tell people about it. Like, hey, don't be this way because look at all of these other things that are going on. You choose to be here when you could be over here. And when you're over here, you never know who you're gonna see or who you're gonna meet. Or you might run into something that's gonna change your life for the better. See, like we're supposed to open up everybody else's minds. So really, these shit people are a case study. You can't do nothing with them with them. But what you can is take all the things that they're doing wrong, right? And in hopes that when you take those things, right? You're taking their anger to teach. You're taking their anger to teach. And the only thing that you could hope for as you're doing that, as you're pulling these things off of this person to teach the masses, you're hoping that what you're taking from them, it is being taken from them so that they won't be that person anymore. That's how that goes. So yeah, it may not be right now, but all the things that is making us upset about said peoples is that we can only hope that later on they won't be that way. But I don't believe it 100%. And the reason being is because the more you get older and slower, you're incapable, you start losing your health, you're losing your eyesight, you're losing feeling, you're losing all of these things that makes that person a grumpy old man or an angry woman. See, and it's like, okay, that's just how they are and you have to leave them there. But all the while, you have still taken learning them and using that as a lesson to teach other people to not be what they are. So there's your why. That's your how come. So I would say don't ask that. Don't feel lost. I feel like maybe you're just picking up on their brick wall. That brick wall isn't even your own. And you're so focused on how am I going to help this person. Well, maybe you're not. Maybe someone else is. And you kind of said that when this person met this other individual, you were like, oh, I hope she brings him hell. And that's what the fuck she's doing. So you actually got what you asked, or maybe you already predicted that, but it's happening. And if she's spiraling out of control, well then great, she's another case study. But for me, I don't waste prayer, thought, worrisome. I don't feed these people nothing, because what I'm learning from them are things that I could teach other people to not be, because that's where you don't want to be. You don't want to be friends with people like them. Why? Because they use you, they lie, they're money hungry, they fuck around and do drugs, they have flare-ups together. Like, fuck. You don't even want to go to the bar with them, and you don't want to go to the bathroom after them. Why? Because they're gonna fucking flare up the toilet seat, and then when you sit down and take a piss, guess what? You got flare-ups too. So don't be friends with them. But they're so fucking cool with them. So okay, well they're all in that they are all in that that pot of shit and they're just all fucking stirring each other up. So like, okay, they wanna be mixed in with all that. All right. That's why I stay away.
I I do know that you and I both have different purposes here. So you can stay away. I'm sure when I do stay away, I feel like I'm going against what spirituality is asking me to do. And that's where I lose the my focus on, like, am I here to, like you're saying, pick stuff out and be like, okay, don't be like this, don't do this, don't, you know, that part, or am I trying to fix them? Am I supposed to be trying to fix them? Not fix them, I guess, like keep them from hurting other people. Because I did say this a long time ago, was my anger towards that the guy was that he was hurting other people. Now they're just hurting each other. So again, when two toxic people get together, as long as they're not hurting other people, it's okay that they're together. Let them, you know.
Yeah, but when they talk about having fucking threesomes and foursomes and shit like that, see, it's spreading. Like they're no longer bouncing back on each other. Like they're trying to take on other people, and she's
Yeah,
trying to
but
be a fucking pimp of some fucking kind. Like, so stupid. But
it's also up to the
she's
other person though,
preaching.
right? But she's not using spirituality or religion to fool these people and be like, oh, come in, God or the Bible accepts threesomes. That's up to the other person if they want to join. That's their free will. They're These are not children, so they should have some kind of common sense. So I'm not even trying to save anyone. What pisses me off about this pair of twin flare-ups is the fact that they're using God's name and God's book. They're using the Bible and they're quoting the Bible, and yet their actions are completely different than what the Bible even says that they should be doing. And then they want to be preaching the word to other people, and that's what pisses me off. But again, I know that that's not the reason why I'm there or that I'm involved. So it's a fucked up situation for me. I am fighting myself on it. So I'm like, yes, Lord, I want to do what you're asking me to do, but it's hard.
Shit, I'm not gonna focus on fixing shit people when there's other more better people out there that would actually take action and actually have the balls and the will and the faith to change. I'm not gonna be fucking around with them.
Where are those people?
They're within my art because that's my purpose as well, is to teach people through my art. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to take hold of, whether it be my furniture, my paintings, or the ornaments. I'm teaching people. That makes a lot more better sense because I can tell you that the people that buy my art, they are people of intelligence. These people appreciate art. They respect the background. They believe in the entities. And I believe the people that purchase them, they are strong people. You look at them, man, they look sophisticated. They're educated and they are strong people. Not that this matters, but they have money. They live well. They're happy. They're healthy. They'll talk to you. They'll conversate with you. They'll laugh with you. They get your jokes. Like they're actual people that you can email each other and sit and have a cup of coffee. You could talk about a book or you could talk about art. You could talk about traveling. You can't talk about these things with people like that. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd rather I'd rather associate myself with those types of people, and I have. That's why, yeah, being a DJ, I've dealt with so many types of people throughout my life. I was cool with gangbangers, people that were in and out of prison, like, and you hear their stories, like they're not, to me, I don't think they're true criminals. They're too fucking smart for that, but yeah, stupid enough to get caught or ride it out or whatever. But they have some kind of intelligence. They know life. They know all about life. And to people that are true art collectors, I talk with them, listen to their travels. Oh, I went to Italy. Oh yeah. And then I've dealt with people in the music industry, in music entertainment. I've met a lot of hip hop artists. Like I've people that produce music, people that were songwriters, people that did instruments. Like I've chilled and talked with these people. So I would rather teach what was taught to me, that was passed down to me, that come from my ancestors, the entities that I see, my prayers, the things that I talk to. I would rather share the things that people don't see, that I'm trying to teach people to, like, respect and to carry on being strong people. I would rather have all of my energy, time, everything that is precious to me, all of my knowledge, I would rather it go to those people. I People that are over there, they're done. There is nothing to fix. Their lives are over. Their lives are over. There's nothing to fix, in my opinion, because my time, my knowledge, my abilities is far greater than the shit that they will ever become. And I mean ever. Their lives are fucking done. They can't be better people. And see, that's the thing that I see, because they want to talk about, oh, I have kids and blah blah blah. Man, they're never gonna see their kids grow up. They're not gonna give a flying fuck about going to their graduation, or like they're gonna have a problem going to their wedding, and they're gonna be jealous of their own kids that they found their forever person, their forever love. And oh, guess what? My wife is pregnant. They're gonna be jealous about that. Oh, are you gonna come to the wedding? Oh, fuck that. Or are you gonna come to visit our child, your grandson? Then I could see them arguing and talking shit to each other. Like, oh, my dad wasn't really there. Or, oh, guess what, dad, you weren't really there. Like, oh, fuck you. Oh, it was all your mom's fault. See, you can't fix that. They're always gonna be like that.
I sensed it when you.
Smacking their kids because they're fucking doing a live show, and they're threatening to beat the fuck out of their kids with the goddamn bonnet on. And this person's gonna be all pissed off, like, oh, I gotta go to parent teacher conference, and my badass little kids, and just won't shut the hell up. And no, my daughter, my kids are, one of them's pregnant, and the other one won't shut the hell up, and the other one's acting up like their daddy, and whichever fucking one that is. And see, like, that's the rest of their life. How are we gonna fix them? Could tell them, don't be like that. Love your kids, love your grandkids, like, spend time with them. Like, you're a mother, you're a father, you shouldn't talk to them like that. See, we could say all that shit. Oh, you fucking sound like my mom, or you fucking sound like, oh, the fuck you gonna tell me? Do you guys have kids? No, you don't. Or who the fuck are you? You're a fucking bitch. Man, like, she can't fix those people, man. I'd rather give my energy and my teachings to people that, yeah, they may be educated already, but you want to give them, like, they're gonna take that with them for the rest of their lives to continue on living a good life. People have bumps in the road, and you just want to, like, give them something that when they see something that you give to them, or they feel that thing that you gave them to keep going, and they take that with them for the rest of their lives, they'll never forget you. People never forget a nice person. A nice person, their qualities. A shit person, they'll never forget what they think that you've done to them. Oh, you hurt me. See, like, that's not quality. That's what they think you've done to them. Just because they said it. Just because they're fucking pussies. I'm not feeding them that shit. It's man, like, if anyone's gonna work on them, man, it needs to be the jail system. It needs to be fucking what is it? Um the fucking people that take your fucking kids away. Like, that's a lesson. Like, yeah, take their fucking kids away. They're unfit parents. Yeah, like, lock them up in a fucking psych ward. Like, they're fucking sick people. Yeah, lock them up. Maybe they'll learn from that. That's the only fucking way that they'll ever get help. These people are not spiritual. They don't follow, like, religion properly. Like, they know about it, but they don't follow it. They talk about sticking brooms up people's asses and shit. How the fuck is that normal? Fucking lock his ass up. That's a threat. But here they are running loose. Can't help them. And people want to roam in circles like that. Like, fuck that. I don't know. I'm just in I shouldn't be in disbelief, but I am. I guess I'm in disbelief that it's this bad. Like, when you say it in the way that I say it, yeah, it sounds bad, but when people, they want to act like it's not that bad, and it's just like, well, let me tell you how bad it really is. It's this bad, but then they get mad at me because they're just like, oh, you're the sick one because you're saying it. Yeah, I'm saying it, but I don't act like that. They act like that. See, something's wrong with your thinking right there already. So, okay, get the fuck away from me. You're one of them. Man, that's how fucking backwards and flip everybody is. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I believe in you, babe, and I have faith in you. From my eyes, I don't see it. And we do have different ways of our abilities and the way that we do things in our own way, separate from each other. But for me, man, I would rather go this way because I've really tried for years to help the same people.
I don't think it's my purpose to help them. I think it's my purpose to hold them accountable.
Yes.
I know that there's no fixing them. I'm damn sure not gonna be the one to fix them, but I'll be the one to hold them accountable.
Yeah, you are definitely the one for that.
Are you falling asleep?
No, I thought you were. I'm not talking idea. You think I'm gonna fall asleep? Not yet, anyway.
No, I am tired though.
Well, that did
Hmm.
it. Man, okay. What are the takeaways, babe?
Well, we kind of did two shows in one, and then we were
We're
well,
on a roll, peeps.
it's Friday
Are we
now,
caught up?
so well, it's Friday. So unless
Yeah,
we
but the
miss,
big question is, are we gonna wake up in time for the
hell
one
no.
o'clock show?
Nah, I usually go to sleep around this time, and I
I
wake
don't
up
even know
at
what time it is.
8:30 in the morning.
8:30?
No,
What?
it should be like 1:30.
It's like I can't see. I think that's 1:19.
Pull it down.
I don't like touching iPhones.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's 1:19. But what are the
iPhones give me
takeaways?
like a bad vibe.
Yes, because it's the mark of the beast. We understand. Little
Oh
hands
my
were
god.
used to create these
Little
phones.
hands.
Yes, they're workshops
I
with
want to see
kids.
him drink out of a drink cup. Drink cup.
No, kids' hands were used to make these phones.
Say what?
Kids,
What?
child labor was used to make the iPhones.
No way. Who said that?
Oh, you're doubting me?
Well, shit. We should talk to them with phone support. Oh my god.
You think people are gonna give up their freaking iPhones? They don't care that kids are making them.
Yeah, they don't.
That kids are getting paid a penny for a phone while they're charging 1,500 for it.
Oof. It's like 3 car payments for me for a phone that you
So,
just might drop in the toilet.
yeah, but it's waterproof.
Is it?
Yeah,
Have you tried it?
hell no, my screen's broken,
But it's waterproof no
but it's
matter what, right?
broken. No,
Oh my gosh.
it's broken, so it's not 100% waterproof right now. The hell is that? A
That was my
woodpecker?
foot.
Oh, something like a woodpecker. But okay, so you asked me what the takeaways were.
Mm-hmm.
So spiritually, we're right on track. Modern, we're we're lost and hungry. I'm not hungry right now. I have heartburn, which is fucking stupid.
You get heartburn?
Right now, I have heartburn.
Holy shit. Do you get heartburn?
Do I get hard?
Heartburn.
Hard burn.
Shit, man. You want to talk about this evening? Shit.
No. And fuck around. I think the title was "Fucked Around, Found Out," and
Yes.
yes, they did find out, and they are paying for it, and it's gonna get worse, and it's all up to them. They just gotta stop using God. Stop using them. That's it. Stop fucking with spirits and thinking that you're gonna one up them or think that you're getting away with it. You're not. You're gonna find out. You're already finding out, but you're just delusional. You're saying that it's the devil coming for you because you're doing God's work. That's bullshit.
Mm-mm.
But people want to test the spirits until they get caught up. And that's what's happening. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased.
But yeah, upcoming shows. I don't remember what the next one is, but I do want us to focus on whoever the hell is coming through. And again, even if we don't say their name, they know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're coming through when they clearly were like, fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
Like they were the ones that were like, fuck you. And it's like, why are you coming through? Like why are you even thinking about me when that was your attitude about everything? So but
Yeah.
yeah, just take your ass on out, man. Just get the fuck out of here. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not worried about you. All of that shit was in the past. You know, you rigged it that way. You wanted it that way, and I gave it to you. Is that why you're mad? That's why you're coming back because I didn't. You think that I didn't fight enough for you when you didn't really fight for me like at all, or choosing some motherfucker's words over mine. Like shit, man. Like if y'all owe each other that much loyalty, then it's I guess we each have our own definitions of what loyalty is. And I guess their loyalty means a lot more. And that's fine, I guess. But I just walked away from it. Whatever you guys got going on, I hope you guys are even tighter now because we certainly aren't. And to the other people, man, like you guys just like just keep to your own shit, I guess. You know, you made a lifetime commitment, you chose that person, and I didn't want to believe that that's what it was. As far as like if you did have thoughts about me, you, and us, I admit that I was in the wrong, but that was a while ago. Should just leave it alone. Don't try to come back revisiting. And all you stupid ass motherfuckers. Shit,
I said one
man.
at a time. I didn't say going on all of them at the same time.
I know, right? I fucking want to, you know. I'm sure they'll be coming up in the future. But man, like they're just all running around like chickens right now. So
And we're done. So I guess we'll try and come back tonight or today at some point for Friday's show. Which I forgot what the titles were.
yeah, we're not gonna do the time. We'll just book it. So if you guys wanna check us out on the next episode, you want me to read what the next one is?
Sure.
Or the title or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Are you sleepy now, baby?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm drained.
Huh?
I'm drained.
Are you?
Yeah.
The next show is called My Own Worst Enemy and My Best Friend.
Oh yeah.
Eh,
Cancel.
mm, do you want to cancel?
No.
The description is Rob and I take it back to when we were young and make mistakes and how spirituality intervened and put us on the right path. Path.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Yep. So tune in for that. Maybe at 1.
Ain't no maybe. Oh yeah, maybe at one.
Maybe at 1.
I
We'll
thought you
try for
said boo
1.
this guy. Like nope,
Oh yeah, boo this guy.
nope.
Boo that guy. Always.
Dude, baby, I feel like we traveled. Like it's only an hour and like 46 minutes.
What the hell? I thought it was like 3 hours.
Right? But man, I've been everywhere. We'll discuss in bed.
Okay.
Well, thank you, baby, for being down on doing this episode.
I wasn't. You forced me. You were too
Yes.
sex until I did it.
What did you say?
What?
Baby,
Yes.
what did you say?
I love you.
If you said what I think you said, I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna withhold sex.
That's what I said.
That's what you said?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
I
I
thought
said.
you said that I was giving it to you and forcing you, but
No.
okay. Yeah, I told him, yo, you're not getting any of this raccoon body unless you do a cast with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she got me in the beginning, and
Well, thank you, babe.
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, baby. And yo, if anybody is listening to this live stream, thank you so much for listening. And if you are listening to us on a playback, don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And we will check you guys this afternoon, August 16th, 2024. And be sure to mash the notification bell once it's posted. That way you guys know when our next particular episode is gonna go live. All right. So we will check you guys later on today. You guys have a beautiful night, a beautiful morning. And yeah, we'll check you guys later. Peace.
Bye.